Etho and polar bears up in the Canada land. You know what, guys? We're gonna start off today's episode with an important topic. This is a conversation I think we need to have. It's kind of being ignored right now. The polar bears. You know, we love these guys. They're cute and fluffy. Funny little fellas, right? We love them. But they have a problem. They have a big problem. You ask anybody out there, what does a polar bear do? Polar bear does nothing. They just kind of stand around. They don't really do anything. But can you blame them, honestly? Like, if you look around here, what do you see? Huh? Or what don't you see? You don't see any seals. There's no seals around here. There's no plump, juicy walruses waiting to be eaten. Nuh-uh. Most disturbing of all, I don't even see a Tim Hortons or a Starbucks within eye shots. Like, this is a horrible scene. The polar bears are starving. They have nothing to eat. There's nothing here. No wonder they're not moving around, right? But that's not even the worst of their problems. The biggest problem, literally and metaphorically or whatever, they are not the top of the food chain anymore. What little food they do manage to scrape together gets stolen. There is a massive beast out there. Massive, scary, smelly, fearsome. And it's eating all the food. What little food these guys do manage to scrape together, this massive beast just steals it right from them. What are we to do about this? What is the solution? Well, I have come up with a pretty good idea, I think. It's actually pretty simple. Basically, your mama's so fat that whenever she goes camping, the bears need to hide their food. Problem solved. But anyways, guys, let's get to it here. So we're going to start off underwater again today. Last episode, we worked on this mob system. Got that working pretty good, and we did the underwater enchanting area here. To get us started today, I thought we would add the on-off switch to this mob system. I saw one of the biggest comments or questions last episode is like, where are these guys actually coming from? They come out of the ground here, but where is that? So we're going to head down there to the spawning area, and we got to set up a bunch of lights that we can turn on and off to enable spawning or disable it, you know? So yeah, here we go. This is where they're coming from. We got a bunch of spawning space here. They fall in the water streams, and then they get carried to a bubble stream in the middle. Oh, we just got... Yeah, skeleton just went up there. The other guy went up there. So, I think the plan here... Oh yeah, and by the way, the carpet here is to prevent spiders from spawning. The way we got it laid out. I gotta eat something or I'm gonna die down here. But basically, I made a whole bunch of redstone lamps, and I'm gonna go here and try to figure out the ideal spacing for this. So, like, we have to have a light level of 8 or higher to stop mobs from spawning down here. So, at this block here, it needs to be light level 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14... And then I guess the lamp would have to go here. 15 at the lamp, right? So that'll prevent mobs from spawning on these two platforms. And basically, I'm going to go through the whole area here, try to figure out the ideal position for all the lamps, and then we're going to run some redstone wire above that we can turn on and off. No! I guess this is going to be way harder to do than I thought. The lighting engine's pretty broken in this version, I guess. So if we look at the light, it's like right around here where my mouse cursor is. Client light says light level 11 where I'm standing. We walk over here and it goes all the way down to 0. So it's like taking a shortcut when figuring out the lighting needed. So it goes down and then it sees this block here. And it's like, oh, I can't light anything that direction. So it's making like a line right here, which is kind of weird because then when we start turning on other lights, like you see there's a jump here. It goes from 11 to 7. We shut this one off. 6 to 7, and then I think we shut this off. Oh no, that worked. There is a way where it'll get stuck though. Yeah, so all the lights are off here right now, but it's still lit up until it gets updated. Until it gets updated, right? Oh, maybe, yeah, we're gonna have some trouble with this. Why is the light still on? Usually that fixed itself whenever I place a block down, but now it's like permanently stuck on. There's no lights on here, right? It just thinks it's lit up right now. So it's gonna be hard to make an on-off switch for this. What's the block? I guess we gotta find the block maybe where it's at. The lightest. 10, 11, 12. It's probably if we update here. Yeah, that fixed it. Weird. Very weird. Alright, very good. So we can turn all the lights on and off now just with the flip of a lever. We got them all connected together. There's about 20 of them in total. And I am still having that issue where sometimes the light will get stuck on, but I think it's actually like kind of like the boat issue where sometimes the client and server don't line up with what they want. I think that's happening with the lighting. And I found that like if I reload the chunks, it actually fixes it. So I'm not too worried if it does happen. Seems like it's not going to get stuck on. So we're going to cover over all these wires now. One more branch to do here. So we don't have to worry about mob spawning in our wiring, you know. And then we just have to run a wire from the surface, like from our mob system control down to the center part. So we got that all done, which is pretty cool. And now you can see we're getting the drowned zombies spawning around us again. Kind of all over the place. So it's not super useful, but it's kind of a cool thing we can do if we want them to spawn. Maybe we want to farm tridents or whatever, we have that option now. But most of the time we'll probably leave the regular mobs on, so we just right click that and then they'll start spawning again. But yeah guys, we're gonna take a moment now just to do a little talkie here. I want to try explain this idea I have for a new storage system. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of like Nexus level stuff here. Maybe not quite so ambitious, but it's going to be ambitious for sure and pretty complicated. So I'm going to try get the key details laid out for you so that hopefully you'll understand what we're trying to do with this underwater base we're building, because that's where we're going to install it. We're trying to make like a modular storage system. So that means it can be built in smaller pieces, not like you think about the Nexus, we had to build the whole thing before it would be functional. This will be able to build in small pieces at a time. And as we add more pieces onto this storage system, it's going to get better and better, basically. And it's no fixed size, so it doesn't have to follow a certain shape. Like the Nexus, we were limited to 256 items maximum. We weren't able to increase the storage space at all if we wanted to. It was very fixed. While this one will be able to do whatever we want. We can even change the shape of the storage and stuff. It should be pretty cool. A couple other goals we're going to have with it. Auto item sorting, like most storage systems have, using item filters. We're going to have item requesting like the Nexus has. But the Nexus, it uses codes, like a binary code system. We're gonna keep it a little bit more simple with this one. We're just going to have to give it an item. And then it'll give us 64 of that item back. And we can do that several times, right? If we want more than a stack of items. The downside is we're going to have that item on us to request it, but I got some plans to deal with that as well. Let's see, it's going to have a smelting system built in. Here's a big one. This is like what makes it kind of crazy. It's going to be accessible from the entire base. So anywhere we want in the base to request an item or to put items into storage, we'll be able to do it. We don't have to like go up to the storage room to get items. We can just be anywhere in our base and we'll be able to smelt items or get items or put items into storage. That's going to be one of the big challenges. And it's going to connect to all our farms. So like if we got a cactus farm hooked up to the system, we'll be able to request cactus from anywhere in our base, basically, is the idea. Or to put cactus into storage at the cactus farm. Yeah, so I built a model here to try explain this idea, hopefully. With this storage system, we're going to have a 4-pipeline plan. 4 pipelines, so basically 4 water streams like this. One of them is going to be for the inputs, auto sorting. So like we give it items, passes by hoppers, item filters, and if they go into the hoppers, then they go into storage basically automatically. Figures out where stuff needs to go. We're gonna have a request line. So that is where we give it the one item. It's gonna pass by some item filters again. If it gets picked up by one of them, then it's gonna give us 64 of that item delivered to us through the delivery line. That's where we get items from. And then there's also going to be an auto smelting line where we can throw items in. It'll go to a furnace array, and then it'll deliver the smelted items to us through the delivery line. So over here is a model of how the delivery line is going to work. So the key concept is it's going to operate on a closed loop. So the items will just keep going around and around. And then this loop is going to be running underneath our base over a large area. And we're going to be able to connect up to this loop at different areas of our base through these ports. So basically, if we remove this block here, then those items are free to fall down and they would get delivered to us at this location, right? Now, we're going to be able to connect. We're going to be connecting lots of ports up to this loop. So if we go to a different area and we try to get items from here, guess what? Those items are going to go to that first port that's still open. So the key to operating this is we have to close all the ports first from the area we're trying to connect up to. So we'll do something like this, where like if we press this button, it's going to get stuck into an infinite redstone loop. We don't want that. So what we do is we'll have to retract the block momentarily, then press this. That'll reset all the ports so that they're closed, and then this goes back into place. And then we trigger this. And that ensures it goes to where we want. So one of the main rules to the system is we're only going to have one port open at a time. Also, we're not really trying to store like every single item, like auto sort every single item. It's more like if we build a cactus farm, I want to be able to hook that up to our storage system, and then we'll be able to store and request cactus from anywhere in our base. And as we add more and more farms up to this thing, we'll be able to get more and more stuff. And like if it's an item we can't farm, like sand, for example, we can hook up a storage silo to the system and then request sand from that silo and store it in the silo. Also, we're not really trying to store items in mass. It's more like I want to have a bunch of smaller storage rooms with a variety of items that hook up to these ports. And as they run low on items, we can just request more from the system. And like if we build a cactus farm, the cactus is going to be stored at the cactus farm, not into storage rooms. It's more like we take them from that cactus farm as we need it, but the bulk of the storage will be in the farms. So at the end of last episode, I spent some time farming wither skulls. We got 15 of them now to cash in, five more beacons here. And I was playing around with the idea of maybe blowing up a wither. I thought that would be fun, but I couldn't get it to work. There's a... Like, I thought if I put enough TNT together, it would kill them all in one shot, but like even after one TNT blows up, in that frame, the damage tick invulnerability kicks in, so you can only do so much damage in so much time. So it didn't work. I think this trick does work. Oh, actually, I don't know if I'm supposed to have them that high. Never done this before. I think you can keep them underneath you. Ooh, that's loud. Holy smokes. Yeah, so he'll kind of get stuck there, and he'll automatically die that way as well. Like from attacking itself. Not as cool, but we got to get these beacons, right? So I'm gonna farm up a few withers here. Damn, first wither down. Piece of cake. let's do one more here, and we'll try to get some wither roses with the last one, I think. Okay, so I think the way this works, if the wither kills a mob, either a hostile mob or a passive one or whatever, I think they drop a wither rose. And then you gotta grab it before it gets blown up, because it can get blown up as well. So I think we can use snow golems, right? I'm hoping. Hopefully they don't die in the swamp. I think they, like in some biomes they die. I don't think the swamp is one of them though. Yeah, they're fine. So we're gonna fill up a cage here of snow golems and then spawn the wither in the middle. And I think that should do the trick. I think he'll blow out the ground and then all the wither roses will fall on us, right? I'm hoping. What's the best way to fill this up? Let's maybe make a wall here. I'm gonna like spawn in 64 of them. Just so we have some wither roses to play around with, because I still haven't got any of those yet. Alright, we pretty much... Oh yeah, we did use them all. Okay, cool, cool. So we got, I think, 64 snow golems in there. Now we're gonna spawn our wither in right above. And we're gonna get out of here. I think this will work though, right? I hope. This is probably a bad idea. But anyways, we'll see what happens here. I'm gonna go down below. Oh, they're fighting them. You hear all those snowballs? No, he killed them all. Oh no, he didn't! Oh no! We did get a few here though. Or one. No, we got 25. Okay, that's something. There's more here. Very good. 46, so not all of them died. Where is this guy? Oh, he's still floating down. Okay, let's get away from him for a moment. I didn't get like super good gear or anything here. I'm hoping I can take him down. Got our trusty tridents. Let's go for strength. Let's go for regen. And maybe do some flybys. Oh, that didn't do much. Does this do much damage? Not really so much. Okay. Yeah, I should have brought a bow. I can't get this guy. Like, at all. Just out of range. Snowballs do nothing. Alright, I'm gonna leave him here, actually. I'll come back some other day. Awesome. Alright, so we got 46 wither roses. I haven't played around with these things at all yet. So I just wanted to check out a couple things here. So you can plant them and, you know, use them for decorative things. They look kind of cool. They got particle effects. Little smoke. If you walk into them, or if mobs do, they get withered. Well, that lasts for a very short time, though. So that must not be Wither 2. Wither 1 effect. Okay. The Wither gives you Wither 2 effect, so it's stronger. Can you plant these in flower pots? Oh, you can. And do you get... No, you don't. Okay. I read you can also plant them on netherrack and soul sand, which is kind of different. Yeah, checks out. Okay, cool. Is there any way you can walk in between these without getting... Probably not, right? How close do you have to get to it? Like, I'm still in this block, pretty much. I guess let's go F3B. Check out our hitbox. Yeah, so it's got a pretty big hitbox. I was just thinking, this could actually be pretty useful, like if you have an animal pen. A lot of people just put a bunch of animals in a fenced area. Oh, it kills. Oh, I thought it would just weaken them. It actually kills them? Oh, it does kill. Okay, never mind. I thought it got them down to one hit for some reason. Oh, so it actually kills things. I guess it kills me too, probably. Right, Wither is different from Poison. Poison doesn't kill, Wither does. Aha. Okay, never mind then. You know, he might actually escape. This guy has been in the man cave forever. He was like never able to get out of the sheep farm. Then he finally made it to around here. like at the top of the stairs. And now he's actually found his way to the exit almost. He's so close. Might be the day he actually leaves. Look at it. Oh man. Big day for him. I wanted to see what the actual height on this thing is. Okay, get withered there. Get withered there. Still. Oh. You gonna go, guy? This is your big day. Everyone's watching. Must be a full block. Yeah, full block. Okay, interesting. Interesting. So at this level here. And he's gone. He made it. Wow. Proud of you, guy. All right, everybody. Well, unfortunately, I think it's about time we wrap up our video for today. And we're going to do it the way we always do with the comment of the day. I picked out this comment because this is something I've actually seen come up every so often in the comments. And I've even seen people arguing about this on Reddit and stuff. So I thought I would clarify this. It doesn't happen often, but I have seen it before. And I thought it was kind of funny. It says, "Hey, Etho, I just heard somewhere that you were the one who invented or at least coined the term bud switch, block update detector switch. I just wanted to hear from the horse's mouth if this is true." Yes, I am the horse's mouth here. So basically what happened is I thought I invented the bud switch when I posted the video a long time ago. And if you look on the wiki page, what ended up happening is like a few months later, they found more videos demonstrating bud switches on YouTube. Like that came out, I think the earliest one was like 2 or 3 weeks before my video. So technically some other people have shown bud switches before me. And I didn't see those videos though when I posted mine. So I thought I invented it, but I independently invented it later. In their videos, though, they never really explained the bud switch. They just showed it with some redstone, right? But in my video, I actually showed like what triggers a bud switch, like beds and all that kind of stuff. And like my bud switch isn't the traditional one that we use today, like with the diagonal powering of a piston. And then when something updates next to the piston, it causes it to extend. My original one was actually a boat switch like this. I tried recreating it here. And you would update the water that would flow to the boat, and the boat would lift up off of a pressure plates. That mechanic doesn't work anymore because boats sink in water now. But pretend that gets lifted up. Pressure plate goes up, that causes the pistons to extend and cut off the water. And then the boat would sink back down onto the pressure plate. You retract the top piston first, then the bottom one so that the water doesn't flow back, and then it's ready to get updated again. So it resets the bud switch. So that's how mine originally worked. And then like a day or two after I posted mine, I remember Seth Bling showed the way of doing it with a piston. And I think maybe a couple other people. And pretty much the way it gained popularity quickly was like my channel was a decent size at that point and growing. I think Seth Bling's channel was pretty big at that point as well. Like we're probably maybe 50,000 subs or whatever, if I was to guess. And then a few days after I posted the bud switch video, Captain Sparkle saw it, and he also posted about the bud switch and gave me credit for it and a shout out, which was pretty cool. He had a big Minecraft channel at that point, so that's how it kind of spread to the Minecraft community, and a lot of people learned about it and stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of the history of it. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's episode, guys. Thank you for watching. I'm starting to lose my voice for some reason, so we're going to end it here. And until next time, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.